Okay, hi again. Right, this time we're going to work through some minor chords. Now again, as the major chords video, if you've already seen it, if you haven't, we're not going to work through all the minor chords. Basically because some of them, the grips are quite tricky. Namely being B minor. So you can see it's quite tricky if you're only starting because it's stretching 3 frets, fret 2, 3 and 4. A C minor, which is the exact same shape, only up a fret. Again, same grip, quite tricky. An F minor, which is a really awkward one at the start. If you haven't already covered an F, it's going to be really tricky. The simplest way to do it would be even in what's called a half bar, where I'm flattening my finger across the top 3 strings and strumming 5. But even that's quite a tricky grip because we haven't got this finger down. And then if we take that, slide it up to, we get a G minor. Again, another awkward chord. So that leaves 4 that we're not going to use in this video. That will be covered possibly in another video at some stage. We're only going to work on the 3 of the easier ones. Probably one of the most common minor chords, one of the most common chords that everybody learns at the start is an E minor. Now we're going to look at this in 2 ways. Basically because if you learn it just that way, you're going to be very restricted if you had a chord change like that from C to E minor, or a big jump from even the other way around. We've got to reposition everything. Whereas if we play that E minor, which is string 5, fret 2, string 4, fret 2. We can play it, we'll call it E minor 1. Just as the rules were before on the major chords video, strumming all 6 strings. From an E string to an E on an E minor, it's exactly the same. Strum from string 6 to string 1. So we've got that, and we can also shift that second finger up on the fret, still on fret 2, string 5, and tuck the 3rd finger in. So that's exact same notes. We're holding down a B note and an E note, and we're strumming all 6. So you've either got it E minor 1, which is first finger string 5 fret 2, second finger string 4 fret 2, or E minor 2, which would be string 5 fret 2, string 4 fret 2 as well. And we're strumming from string 6 right the way down. Again, another one of these chords, you don't have to worry about this end, you can just strum everything. So as before, shape of your hand, good tight grip on the back of the neck, fingers come curled over, not like that, because it's going to lie, that means your fingers are going to lie on block out strings that we want to ring open. So when you're looking at the chord chart, unless it's marked, it won't tell you to play E minor 1 or E minor 2. In lessons, if you were coming to lessons with me, we'd be marking that down and you would slowly learn which is the best chord to use. It all depends on the chord that comes next. But for the minute, we're just going to look at the actual shape. So, another 6 string chord strum right through. E minor 1, E minor 2. Okay, second of the 3 chords we're going to do is A minor. Now in the major chords video I had an A major. So when I talked about getting a good foundation, for every major chord there's going to be a minor. So this is the darker A minor sound. Now if you've already seen the major chords video, you'll notice that the 2 notes that these 2 fingers here were inside the C chord. That's because every major chord has a minor, what's called a relative minor, attached to it, and for C it's A minor. And for that reason you'll see those 2 chords together in a lot of songs. But we're just going to look at this A minor first. So what it is string 2, fret 1, string 4, fret 2, string 3, fret 2. And what we've got is first finger, second finger, 3rd finger. Now if you were playing A major, you would strum 5. So for A minor, we're also going to strum 5. If for nothing else, the main reason, one of the reasons is if you strum all 6, you get that rough sound that isn't supposed to be part of the chord. So this is the root note here. It's called the root note, the main note you start from, which is string 5. So again on the chord chart, string 6 will be X'd out. And we'll strum string 5. And that's your A minor chord. So far we've done E minor 1, E minor 2, and A minor. Now there would be 7 major chords, 7 minor chords, 7 7th chords, and so on. So we're only doing 3 of them. And as I said at the start, the other 4, B minor, C minor, F minor, and G minor, are awkward ones, so we're not going to do them. So what we're going to do is a D minor. this is the last of these minor chords we're going to do. So what we have is string 1, fret 1, string 3, fret 2, and string 2, fret 3. And we're going to strum 4 strings. Now you'll notice on the chord chart we don't have string 6 or string 5, we're not using them. Again, they'll sound really rough on this chord. So you don't want those two. So they'll be X'd out on the chord chart. By the way, this chord chart is the same as the first chord chart for the major chords. They're all should be on one sheet. Make sure you work through as many as you can of these ones that are coming up in the videos. So what we're going to do is strum, same rules for D. If we were playing D major, we'd strum 4. So if it's a D minor chord we're doing, again we'll strum 4. So there's our 4 strings we're strumming, leaving out strings 6 and 5. And that's your D minor chord. And again, that thumb is just behind that 2nd fret. You could even let your thumb, if it's comfortable, lie on that 6th string and mute it. We don't need it. Just need the 4th thinnest. Okay, so I hope these videos have been useful on major chords and minor chords. Feel free to check out the rest of the videos on the site of some strumming patterns and various other things using some of these chords. Okay, thanks a lot for watching.